What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an Arsenal inventory update to do for you guys. Vinyl this time, and I have another stack of some awesome releases to come out from 2019 so far. Some sick death metal, some disgusting death metal, and some rather elegant black metal for you today. But first, what we're listening to in the background: Helvetron, Trident of Tartarian Gateways. I've already blabbed enough about how much I fucking love this album, but you need to go out and listen to it because it is absolutely worth your time. Go fucking hail this one. Alright. Before I get into showing the records, I just want to run down something real quick. We're in the first real week of November, and this is pretty much going to be crunch time month for me because after the stringer of reviews and planned videos that I have done for this month, I will be taking my hiatus, as I normally would be doing for the end of the year. So I just wanted to give y'all the little bit of heads up and notice of that. Got some pretty big reviews coming your way this month, a couple of major ones, some final collection videos, and a demo review or two to cover. So got a lot to get done this month, and once again, I am very, very grateful and thankful for all of your viewership, all of your support, and hopefully the bigger things are going to be coming in 2020. I'm very, very excited for that. But yeah, let's get on to some fucking records. And the first record I'm going to show you here is the latest release from probably one of the biggest extreme metal bands to come out of Japan. This is Coffins with Beyond the Circular Demise. Yeah. 2019 release through Relapse Records, and this is their 5th full-length album. And if you're not familiar with Coffins, they are a very long-running, well-known, well-established doomy death metal band based out of Japan. They have a very, very eclectic and strong discography, and this is the follow-up to another album that came out a couple of years ago from them called The Wasteland. That was a really good album, but it was something different in Coffin's discography. Beyond the Circular Demise seems to be a return to what makes Coffin so fucking good. The mixture of really awesome lyrics, very heavily toned and executed riffs, just great musicianship being done here. Terminate by Own Prophecy, Forgotten Cemetery, Hour of Execution, just a whole bunch of really awesome songs here, and I would honestly say that this is probably some of this band's best material since Buried Death. Buried Death was my favorite Coffins album for a long time, and I think it pretty much still is, but this new one is creeping up in terms of how much I've enjoyed this and how much I've listened to it. I think it's really, really awesome, and if you're into Coffins, if you're into death doom metal, this is going to be an album for you to check out and enjoy. But anyway, here's the front cover. Beautiful Chris Moyen artwork, and as you can tell, you don't really see Chris Moyen artwork in color too much, but here you get some glorious color on here, and I think it looks fucking sick. Back cover, track listings, some more Chris Moyen Coffins and artwork going on here. You have a printed sheet here, band members in question, lyrics and credits, really good stuff. And I was lucky enough to find this one locally here at Hog Wild Records, and I was just able to get the standard black vinyl. Really good quality stuff, sounds awesome, the record sounds awesome, and I definitely think this is a must for anyone who is a fan of Coffins. Really, really good stuff. But yeah, go check out Beyond the Circular Demise by Coffins. This is a good one. From Japan, we move to the US to probably one of the more recent albums to come out within 2019. And this is from probably one of the most acclaimed US death metal bands going right now. This is VASTUM with Orificial Purge. Yeah. This is their 4th album from 2019, released through 20 Buck Spin. And if you're not familiar with VASTUM, they are based out of California, and they play this very distinctive style of death metal that has a very strong emphasis on dark, erotic, seductive sort of storytelling going on here, and it's been the theme of a lot of VASTUM releases, whether it be Carnal Law or Patricidal Lust, or even the last time we had heard a record from them with their album Hole Below. And of course, you remember the last time we had really heard something from them was their split with Spectral Voice, which I thought was fucking great stuff on all fronts. But Official Purge is the latest effort from VASTUM, and pretty much, if you know their sound and their style, you know they mean business, and they are in the business of putting out something incredibly sick and just dark, evil sounding stuff, and I think it's great musicianship all around. A lot of great and memorable riffs, a lot of great drum work, a lot of awesome vocal deliveries. Listening to songs like Eye on the Knife, Abscess Inside Us, Reveries, and Autophagia. Just a lot of really great songwriting going on here. A lot of great detailed lyrics. Very well-woven stories to be heard throughout this album, and I definitely think this is a must-have for anyone who is into VASTUM or is into their style of death metal. I think it's really an incredible release, and definitely more of a consistency in terms of 20 Buck Spin putting out a lot of great music in 2019. This is an absolute barn burner of an album. But anyway, here's the front cover. Matte finish on this jacket. Really love the elegance and detail of this artwork. It's really, really nice. Back cover with track listings, the band members in question, the name of the album. Comes with a gatefold lyric sheet, which seems to be a trademark and hallmark of all VASTUM releases. On one side you have the VASTUM logo, the crosses, a little bit of a excerpt of some sorts. And then on the inside you have lyrics for all the songs, credits and information. And from what I understand, this is the only band to have 4 consecutive full-length albums released on 20 Buck Spin. So this has been their long-time label. Really, really great band. And this came out on a wide multitude of vinyl variations, a merge color, clear with red inside. But I opted for this particular variant, and this is on a white, gold, Galaxy color. It's a very unique color, and I think it's the one that really intrigued me the most out of everything that was being offered. I mean, it's beautiful stuff, and it sounds good too. This is a really, really unique record, and it plays very well, as is the norm for most 20 Buck Spin releases. But yeah, this new VASTUM record is killer. If you're into what this band has done in the past, you're going to find something special here with Official Purge. This is a really, really sensational album. So go check out Official Purge by VASTUM. Okay, these next 2 releases have something in common. They are both released through the same label, and they both happen to have a very distinct degree in being extremely brutal. And this first release I'm going to talk about is something that I've been extremely excited for quite some time. This is Unborn Celibate with Paraphiliac Orgiastic Atonement. Yeah, quite a mouthful there. 2019 release through P2. Now, to give you a little insight, P2 is a New York-based metal label that happens to have a very knacked specialty in putting out really good quality brutal death metal releases from some very, very good bands. And Unborn Celibate is another really good band in question. At one point this band went by the name Crypt Orchidism, but apparently they had to change their band name because there was another band that happened to have the Crypt Orchidism name before they did. So they just made a quick little name change to Unborn Celibate. And here we are with this official release called Paraphiliac Orgiastic Atonement. This is a band that has some very prominently well-known members, most notably my good buddy Justin Stubbs from Father Be Fouled. He plays guitar in this band, and he is a very, very big diehard fan of brutal death metal. And I think the guy who does the vocals in this band is also the main dude behind the label, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong here, but the guy Paolo, he is the vocalist of this band, and the drummer on this band didn't really have a lot of experience when it came to brutal death metal stuff, but he was a pretty fast learner and was able to craft some really top quality stuff here for this debut release. And it is an absolute blast to listen to, literally and figuratively. The drum style is just over the top and outrageous. I really love how everything sounds here. The riffs are special, very well executed, very unique. The vocals are super guttural and all over the place. This is a very short release, but I think within the short amount of time you get to spend listening to this, you already know what type of a band Unborn Celibate is, and I'm very optimistic for the future, and hopefully there will be more where this came from. But anyway, here's the front cover. Pretty crazy, carcass, gore grind-esque sort of stuff going on here on the front cover. Back cover here, pretty crazy shit on the back here. Track listings, P2. Comes with a lyric sheet. There you have lyrics for all of the tracks in question here. Back cover with credits. And I believe all the vinyl copies are limited to 200 copies. And it's 45 RPM on standard black vinyl. Really good quality on this thing. And it plays very, very well here. I got my copy directly from Justin himself. And I believe he sold out of all his copies, but I'm pretty sure you can still find some copies through P2 directly. But yeah, Unborn Celibate is fucking sick, and I definitely would recommend that you check out Paraphiliac Orgiastic Atonement. Yeah, I'm not going to be saying the name of that album anymore. And another P2 release from 2019 is something that came out earlier in the year, but is finally seeing a proper vinyl treatment. This is LURID Panacea with the Insidious Poisons. Yeah. 2019 release through P2, and this project is based out of both Australia and Ohio. The Ohio part of this band being the drummer Isaac Horn. I think I know him from the band Sulfuric Cartery, which I think is another really great brutal death grind sort of band coming up in the world right now. Really good stuff. And the other half being Adrian Capoletti, who of course you know recently also joined Disentombed and is currently doing stuff with them right now and making big moves with them. But he's also has his hand in other really great brutal death metal stuff. And yeah, this is the debut full length from LURID Panacea. Just over the top, wall to wall, grindy death metal, brutal death metal and gore grind element stuff. It's just really over the top sort of stuff. A lot of songs that are just, I mean, it's 47 tracks long, but everything flies by at such a quick and brisk pace. It's just so crazy. I mean, I don't really have a track that stands out to me more than the other, because I think everything all flows in one continuous take very well here. And I think this is just entertaining as hell to listen to. If you're into brutal death metal, if you're into grindcore, if you're into gore grind, if you're into any of that sort of shit, LURID Panacea is the band to be checking out. This is some seriously entertaining stuff. But anyway, here's the front cover. Uncoated stock on this jacket. Really beautiful, lush, colorful artwork going on here. Back cover with the track listing and credits. Like I mentioned, there are 47 songs on this full length. So fucking over the top. Comes with a printed sheet with some extra wild and crazy artwork going on here. Back cover with the band logo, credits and information. And like the previous record, this is limited to only 200 copies and is on a standard black vinyl. And as you can see, this is very heavily groove laden. Lots and lots of grooves on this thing. On the B side as well. Very crazy to see such a heavily grooved record. I don't think I've ever seen a record this grooved before in my entire life. But it's so fucking badass. This came out really good, but yeah. LURID Panacea, The Insidious Poisons. Definitely go check this one out. These last two records are some really top quality black metal, and this first record I'm going to talk about here is of a band that I talked about earlier in 2019 with the Offerings of Anguish demo, and now here we are with the very first proper offering. This is VALAC with Leaning Toward Bitter Misery. Yeah. 2019 release through Appalachian Noise Records. And just to refresh your memory, if you're not familiar with VALAC, it is a one-person project based out of New Mexico. And I get a very strong sense of raw black metal craziness going on here with this album. This is definitely a major step up from what you heard on the first demo. This is more along the lines expanding into awesomeness. More expansions on really awesome drum parts, really psychotic riffs, crazy vocals, just overall a human descent into madness going on here with this album. And you hear it on tracks like Enshroud the Incurable, Tainted Blood Spilled from Man, Grasping to Forgotten Spirits. Just a lot of awesome stuff going on here with this full-length album, and it's crazy to think only one person is behind all of this. And this makes for a very, very strong and entertaining debut full-length. If you are into raw black metal, this is definitely something for you to check out, and definitely not for the Discogs Metaloid crowd. But anyway, here's the front cover. Very minimalist, black, red cover. This is the guy in question here. Really love the aesthetic going on here. Back cover, track listings, credits and information. And this is a bare bones sort of package. It is limited to only 100 copies. And I was lucky enough to get a copy. They're all on a standard black vinyl. Yeah, really good quality on this. And I definitely love what VALAC was going for here with a release like this. But yeah, if you're into raw black metal, definitely look into giving this a listen. So this is Leaning Towards Bitter Misery by VALAC. Go check this one out. And last but not least, we end it with one of the heavy hitters, and I was lucky enough to score this for a steal from Hell's Headbangers. I reviewed this earlier in the year, and I'm very, very happy to own it. This is Black Solis with Transfixion of Spirits. Yeah. 2019 release through Iron Boathead Productions. This is the 5th full-length from Black Solis, and this is definitely a continuation and growth of the Black Solis sound and energy. It is just something special to behold here. 4 very lengthy tracks, but all of them have their own special sort of delivery and personality, and just overall being really, really awesome. I mean, listening to songs like Darkness and Fog and the closing track of Revelations, you just get a great sense of what Black Solis is all about here in terms of musical growth, in terms of sound quality, in terms of rawness and coldness. This is just a really top-notch album, and I'm very much more and more excited to listen to Black Solis any single time I want to get that raw black metal fix. These guys are, this project is definitely one of a kind, and I'm very jealous of anybody that had a chance to go see this band play at Never Surrender Fest in California. Holy shit, Black Solis is awesome. But anyway, here's the front cover. The main person in question, matte finish on this jacket, very minimalist in nature. Back cover here with track listings, Iron Bonehead Productions. Comes with a fold-out poster. Yeah. Can't really see it that well, but it's the album cover, but blown up into a poster-sized format. Comes with a lyric sheet. There you have another photo of the main person in question. There you have lyrics for all 4 of the tracks, and as you would expect, this comes with the Black Solis manifesto at the end here. If you have this record for any other purpose besides black metal worship, you can fuck off. The war is also against you. If this record doesn't mean anything to you anymore, destroy it. Well, I'm never going to destroy my Black Solis records because I fucking love this project so much. And there were a whole bunch of different variants of this album, but I was lucky enough to score it by way of a really awesome sale that Hell's Headbangers had not too long ago. And this comes on a standard black vinyl. There you see 2 tracks on each side here. Really, really good quality, as to be expected from Iron Bonehead. But yeah, I'm very, very happy to own this album, and I definitely would consider it to be another awesome piece of greatness in the Black Solis discography. So yeah, Black Solis, Transfixion of Spirits, definitely check this one out. And with that being said, I'm going to conclude this video. I'm going to leave you some links to some of the bands that I talked to you about here in this video. If you happen to have heard or own any of these releases, definitely let me know what you think about it, how you feel about it, and we can go from there. Have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. Until the next time, Army out.